Hey everyone, Amar here. In this video, I'm going to be talking about why I'm giving up on my spiritual journey, right? This might come as a surprise to some of you if you watch my videos or you look at my channel and you see the type of content that I make. A lot of it is related to spirituality. So for me to come out and say this might be a little bit surprising, but I just want to explain what I mean by this, how I've come to this conclusion and what this means for me and the channel like going forwards. So I'll just give you some brief background about why and how I got into this spirituality and the spiritual path. So I originally set out just to heal myself, right? Because I knew I was a bit messed up. I knew I had a lot of neurotic patterns, a lot of negativity within me, and I just wanted to heal that, right? I didn't like feeling the way that I feel. And so on that journey, I explored a lot of things, and spirituality is a popular area within healing. You'll probably be aware of that. So I kind of stumbled into it just on my healing journey, right? And if you've been watching a lot of my videos more recently, I talk about how I've been able to heal a lot of my negativity and my traumas and stuff. And I feel like that's part of the journey has taken me so far, and I don't really need to pursue the spiritual path as much now. And when I talk about the spiritual path, I'm really talking about pursuing things like enlightenment, pursuing like completely getting rid of your ego and living with no sense of individual self, right? I've never pursued that. If you watch all of my videos, I've never once said in any of my videos that I'm pursuing enlightenment or pursuing this idea of having no identity or no ego. I've never ever said it once. It wasn't my objective, right? But obviously when you've been on the path for a certain amount of time, that's where it's leading to, right? And I can see that that's probably going to be the next stage for me, right? But I don't feel like I'm ready for that. I know there's a lot of glamour and it's very popular to pursue this now. Like so many people are on that path, and that's cool. Like if that's what you really truly want and that's what you feel like your life's destiny is about, I say pursue that. For me though, I don't feel like that's my path. Just not yet. Maybe in the future it will be. I'm quite content with where I'm at the moment. And I just quickly want to share with you 3 stages of like development that I've become aware of. Very basic, but I think it's relevant to a lot of people. So at the first stage, most people, me as well, we're at the neurotic ego stage, right? That's when you've got a lot of negative programming, traumas, all that stuff that needs healing, right? That's stage 1. That's probably a lot of people on the planet. We have neurotic egos. The second stage is to kind of undo all that neuroticism and all that negative programming, traumas and all that stuff. And you want to get to like a healthy, functional ego. That's the second stage. And I feel like I'm kind of at that second stage now. My ego, I would say, is a lot more functional and healthier, right? I've undone a lot of the negative programs. Once you've developed that healthy, functional ego, the next step is to just let go of that and have no ego at all. So these are 3 stages. What I do see some people doing, or I even think a lot of people, is trying to go from a neurotic ego, bypass the second stage of developing a healthy functional ego, and just go full having no ego at all. That might work, but I honestly truly believe there's more value in you working out your neurotic ego, finding some kind of psychological and emotional wholeness, right? Integration, things like what Carl Jung would talk about, individuation. Find that full adult mature sense of self through a functional ego. Then if you want to pursue enlightenment and the higher levels, do it that way. But seeking enlightenment or no ego from this place of having a neurotic ego, I think it's more likely to fail. Obviously it's possible, anything's possible, but I want to do it this way. Why? Because I want to mature as an adult. I want to just be a refined individual, right? Maybe that's more ego. But coming from where I've come from, I feel like I've got a lot of maturing to do, as opposed to just quickly, radically moving to this 3rd stage. Maybe that 3rd stage would mature me quite rapidly. But I feel like I just want to take a break, almost. I've spent years healing my neuroticism and my negativity. So I just want to kind of spend a bit of time here developing myself, developing my character, becoming a more mature adult, right? Because I don't think there's many adults out there. I think actual, genuine, mature adults in our world right now are quite rare. Honestly. Just because you're in an adult body doesn't mean you're a mature adult. Most of us are just kids or have a lot of childish programming acting as adults, right? We're not there. So I feel like I've got a lot of work to do to really mature. And that's what a lot of the content you'll see, I feel like, on this channel. I'm still going to talk about spirituality, right? Because at the end of the day, all human development is spiritual. However, I'm just not pursuing enlightenment or any idea of getting rid of my ego because I just don't feel like I'm ready. If I'd pursued that, I feel like I'd be kind of bypassing and I'd almost be escaping the real work. Because I believe the real work is psychological, emotional wholeness and adult maturity. And what I've also come to realize is that everything I need in my life, all the challenges I need are right here, right now, right? I don't need to try to escape them by getting rid of my ego. That's another thing I think people pursue enlightenment and all these other higher ideals for, is because they're trying to escape. Everything I need in my life to become a better person, to become a better human being, is right here. All the challenges are right now. I don't need to go anywhere to find them. I don't need to pursue anything to find them. They're already here. And that, in my opinion, is real spirituality, is dealing with the issues and the challenges that you have day to day. When you handle your life day to day perfectly and you've got it down, then yeah, maybe start looking at pursuing things beyond that. But if you have problems right now and you're not even managing them very well, then I think you're escaping them. Not all of you perhaps, but a lot of you. So deal with what you've got right in front of you, right? Work on becoming a more refined person, a mature adult. Integration, psychological, emotional, all of this stuff, which I hope to be speaking more about. And just work with what you've got. If you work with what you've got day by day, you will find happiness and peace. I'm convinced of that. But the work is in the moment-to-moment action, what we're doing there. That's real spirituality. You're not trying to project or escape where we are to find some salvation or peace in the future, which you don't know if it actually exists. You've heard from other people it might exist there, but you have no clue, right? Having no sense of self and no ego, you might not like that state. You don't know. Just because you've heard it so great, you don't know. And so I say take things one step at a time. That is what I'm doing. I'm just trusting my instincts. Again, maybe some of you watching this just will think that's just more ego. Maybe it is, but I'm just doing the best I can. I'm just kind of trusting myself, my kind of conscience, which is something I've been listening more to, right? And so that's kind of all I wanted to talk about here. Just explain where I'm headed, the direction I'm going in, because I feel like I've got a lot of work to do in this area. And obviously for you guys who watch my content, really look at your own life and see if you are pursuing enlightenment and these type of things, is that really truly for the right reasons, or is it for the wrong reasons, right? And only you will know that. So that is everything I have to talk about in a video. Don't worry, I'm still going to be making videos if you do like watching my videos, but maybe they'll be delivered in a slightly different context. But I'm still going to be talking about spirituality, of course, just not going that path. You could say I'm taking a different path. That's the best way for me to explain it, right? So thank you for watching. I do appreciate all of you. If you did enjoy the video, if you could please go ahead, give it a like, share, subscribe. Really helps me out. Check out my book as well if you haven't already. I'll put a link down below. But until next time, remember to keep living free and being free. Peace.